All right, Brian. I guess I, I still haven't figured out a name for the podcast. It's just a free flowing conversation with just random people, well, like not random, interesting people I think, and then I just talk about like certain things I want to talk about. But um, yeah, I guess introduce yourself.
All right, so my name is Brian Villaforte. I resell kicks for like a couple years now, probably like 5 years since high school. I started probably like junior year of high school, and I started getting into it freshman year of high school.
Okay.
And I resell like basically anything that sells. I resell like switches right now because right now that's hot.
Yeah.
Everybody like it's sold out everywhere, so people are paying a little bit over. Sell shoes mainly, Supreme clothes, just basically anything that resells.
Yeah. So you're like deep into like the reselling game, like yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much like that's my main way of money right now, besides like the job that we work at.
Yeah, no, that's dope. Yeah, it's a good side hustle. I mean, I got a couple questions about like the reselling, like just the game, the business in general. Like personally, I buy for like my personal like if I like it, I'll cop it. You know what I mean? But like
Yep.
you like how do you determine like oh this shit's gonna be what everyone's gonna want or oh this is what's gonna pop off or is it just random?
Um, Sometimes people know because one, it's limited. So obviously, like whenever something's limited, people want it, and then when people want it, the price gets higher.
Right.
And then other times it's just like completely random. Like for example, there's some Jordans that used to sit out like on shelves, some Jordan ones, and then all of a sudden a lot of people just got into those Jordans and then they just sold out everywhere and now they're for like $300 when you could have bought them for retail.
Right.
It just depends on like um just different a lot it has a lot of different factors, to be honest. And like I have a group that I'm in,
Yeah.
so they usually tell us like what's gonna be a good resale thing, and it's basically just risks. Like it's just like stocks. There's
That
no like
that's crazy though. Like thinking about it, like you're investing like a lot of money. Like I could like just imagine
yeah,
thousands, right? And
yeah.
let's just say you fuck up and like you make the wrong decision. Like, do you think like you could just like not to say like I see like like on Instagram they have like these like pop up shops like they don't sell like their best items. They sell like the shit that they can't sell. But like it's a way to get rid of those items, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's crazy because items items like I spend a lot of money on items, and I lost a lot of money, and I like gained a lot of money also. Like I bought these shoes. I thought they were gonna be like a good amount of money, but I actually lost like $40 on each pair, and I got like 10 pairs. So I lost like $400 in that one transaction,
Damn.
and it was crazy because I thought they were gonna do good, but then they just bricked because everybody copped, and
Yeah.
then just everybody just sold,
Yeah, I
and
don't.
so
And plus, I don't want to blow up your spot. Like, you don't have to like say what it is. Like, you could just, it's just whatever. Just, you know what I mean?
yeah, it was a bunch of different stuff that I took L's on. Like
Yeah.
it was these. It's called like some Kith collaborations. I forgot which one it was, but it was like an Ultra Boost one. It was like the Kith Flamingos or something like that. And I lost a lot of money there. And then like you can make a lot of money by like just getting the limited shoes and then just selling it. Like my one of my first pairs of shoes that I seen that I can make a lot of money on was the Yeezy Zebras, the first drop,
Yeah.
because there was one drop and then there was another drop. Nobody expected a restock and stuff, and then they restocked like two more times. So at first, that shoe for like any size, it was like over 1,000, and I copped two pairs, and so I made like 3K off of those two pairs, and then I was like,
Jesus
holy shit!
Christ. Yeah.
I was like, holy shit! Like this is actually something. But like I started off like when I was in freshman high school because I all I seen was a bunch of people talking about these Jordans, like sneakers and stuff, and I was like,
Right.
"What the hell are these?"
Yeah.
And I did not know like what these shoes were, so I started getting into research, and after like probably like a year just to research, like just online, like I started looking at eBay. I was like, "How are these shoes like selling like this much?" and all this, and I started off just because of curiosity, and curiosity, like
Yep.
it's crazy,
Yep.
like what
That's
happens with curiosity and how deep into it you could get. Because once I started getting into it, I was like deep into it. I started watching YouTube videos, started reading like blogs about shoes and stuff. And then I started asking a shit ton of questions to a bunch of people. Like I
Right.
did not understand, and I just asked a lot of questions. So asking questions is really good
Yeah.
whenever you want to find out something.
Do you own a bot? Like,
Yeah, I own like a couple bots. I own, so let's see right here. So I got Ghost Sneakers, which is for sneakers, which is Nike.
okay.
I got Dashi, which is like Shopify. Shopify is basically it's a certain type of website that has like a certain like I guess code and everything.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like Bodega, Kith, um and stuff like that. But Supreme is not Shopify. Supreme is like a whole nother like type of site. And I have Cyber AIO, which that one is crazy because that Cyber AIO is probably one of the like one of the top bots out there. But it's not just because like it doesn't cook all the time. It just
But like for
cooks
you,
sometimes.
but like for
Yep.
you, is it was it worth it? Like the investing for the bots, like because I know
Hell yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I copped a couple bots and then I did not know how to use it. I took a risk. I was like, all right, I got one that's like that anybody could get right now. Like you could get one right now, I think, and it's just available for like for just people to learn and stuff. So it's probably like around $300 for the bot that's easy to learn, and or 200, probably like 200. It's called the AIO bot,
Yeah.
and I think that one like anybody could get. It's not like a limited thing. And then that was my first bot, the AIO bot. And after that, I started getting other bots from like restocks and stuff. Because most bots right now that are good, they sell out in seconds because obviously other people want them. So it's like a sneak. It's like a supreme drop. Like once they tweet out, "Oh, I'm gonna drop copies at like 7 p.m." A bunch of people are on that. Like there's even bots to cop bots. Like
Yeah, that's
it's
fucking crazy to think about. Like,
it's called like autofills. Like people use autofills. People use Google extensions to cop bots, which is just wild.
I mean, it's just like thinking about it, I'm like, companies don't care. They just want to sell their shit. But like, it just like to the average buyer, like it's impossible for the kid just to get the Supreme hoodie or the Yeezy because there's no competing with these bots. They fit like they buy out in like under like 15 seconds. You blink your eye and it's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like, um, what is this called? So some bots like Supreme sometimes like they add like unexpected like stuff that bots don't pick up on time when they add like last minute things like last minute stuff. So there's a lot of times that happened to like Cyber, which is one of the best bots,
yeah,
and they not even they like them they couldn't even catch that because it was like last second, and so manual users mostly copped, and then once they pushed the update like a couple minutes after, then they started cooking. But then mostly manual users cop sometimes, mostly bots obviously, but sometimes manual users do cop.
yeah,
um so yeah, it's just hit or miss with bots, but it's mostly successful sometimes.
yeah. Yeah, everyone was looking at the Supreme and North Face collab. Every like that was what everyone wanted. But like there's no competing with bots. Everyone just like fucking. If you had a bot, you're almost not guaranteed, but like basically you're ahead of most people who wanted the fucking
Yeah,
collab.
with bots it's like so much like easier. So what you gotta do is there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Like there's like proxies that go into it.
Yeah,
Proxies are like different IPs, so like you won't get banned from one IP, so it goes on to the other one. And then you just have proxies. You get servers like something that you could run your bot on, so it could be like faster the internet and stuff.
yeah.
Um, and it just there's a lot of stuff that goes into a bot, but it's way easier than going manually because it's it's just basically just you click start
Yep,
and it'll do its thing.
yep, yeah. No typing, just fucking just one button, and they do the
Yeah.
rest. Yeah,
The only thing is it's just captchas. Like you know what's captchas, right?
yeah. The cat, yeah. So it
Like
just like checks.
captchas,
Yeah,
yeah, bots have captchas also. Like, and that's what fucks up most bots because the captchas, not all of them are like auto solve. Some of them are depending on like bot protection, which it's called on websites. Like they have bot protection and they add captchas and stuff.
yeah.
So it's kind of tricky sometimes with bots. It just like I said, hit or miss.
So how's like your quarantine life? Like how's your life changed so far? So, like when this
Um,
quarantine started.
I'm thankful for quarantine right now. Like I obviously hate like this whole coronavirus is happening, but it helped me a lot like saving wise, saving money. Most people probably like spend money, but
Yeah,
I
like
spend a
me.
little bit.
Yeah,
I seen those off-white dugs.
Yeah, yep,
It's crazy. Those are nice though.
yep,
Those are gonna go up. To be honest, those are
yep.
gonna go up.
I'm not gonna
So that,
I'm not gonna sell them no matter what. I love them too much.
yeah, that was a good purchase because those are gonna rise in value.
Yeah.
So yeah, so quarantine like helped me save money, and also like since I'm already inside, I learned more about like bots. I got a little bit better. Even though like I'm into it like for a long time already, there's still like you always have to learn something new.
No, yeah, that's dope.
Um,
Yeah. I
so
mean,
that's what I
like you learning different skills and like having other skill sets. Like I was just talking to Kaiser like my last episode about like yo, people could do like this is a lot of time people could be like spending to reinvest in themselves, look up YouTube videos and just find out like yo, you don't have to be in this certain place forever. You can
yeah,
like
like if you don't learn like a skill or something, like I'm not saying it's bad, but like you should learn a skill, like especially since we're inside
for
and there's
sure. Yeah.
nothing to do.
Yeah.
You should learn like something new.
Yep. Yeah. We was just talking about how yo learn a new skill, find like something like you're passionate about. It doesn't have to be like I know like this pandemic makes like everyone stay inside. Everyone's like kind of like in this negative cloud space. Like everyone's like worried this and that. But I mean, it's an opportunity to like work on yourself, maybe work on like things around the house or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, like this whole thing like helped me save, like I said, but it also like I'm spending a lot of money, but it's also I'm not spending a lot of money on myself. I'm just spending a lot investing basically. I'm just investing because I have like right now probably like 15 pairs of shoes right now that I'm just holding, and it's a lot of money on a credit card. When like I just use basic, I don't use my debit cards. This is how I like get my credit score up. This is how I
Right?
like
Yeah.
do everything.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah. You're almost at a 800 credit score. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
800. I know that it was crazy when I checked my credit score. I was like, holy shit, it's almost 700. I think it's at like I mean, it's almost at 800. It was like 795 or something.
Yeah.
But it's because I started like kind of early because I sneakers, and I just basically how it works is I just buy the shoe. Once I buy the shoe, I resell it. I put the money that's into it, which is the retail value, and then I just keep the profit.
Yeah.
So it's just easy. But it's a big investment because I bought like some switches also, and I bought like like $3,000 worth of switches, and it's a lot of money. But I know like at the end of the day, I'm gonna get like $60 profit off of it, like
No,
each
yeah,
one.
no, for sure. I feel like the Switches will sell out because everyone, not everyone, but it's like a much bigger like fan base, like kids, everybody wants a
Yeah,
Switch. Yeah,
like I feel like an asshole selling it. Like I don't like I would never buy a Switch like for resale personally,
yeah,
but I guess everybody like you got to do what you got to
no,
do
yeah.
to make money.
That's the reselling game, and it is what it is. Like you saw an opportunity, you took it. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But one thing I'm not like I don't like is how people I guess just like they just what is this called? How can I say it? Like they overprice it, and like they just try to take advantage of some people, but like I price mine is like right now on eBay it's like $450 per Switch.
yeah,
But it's just crazy the whole game. It's just whatever you want to resell it because I see you have a side business too with masks.
yeah,
That's pretty cool. Like that's smart too. A lot of people are doing that,
yeah.
and it's selling like crazy.
Yeah, I think I made just last night. Some dude ordered like 100 masks because he has like this. I don't know. It's like I think fish market, and they all needed masks. And he's like, "Yo, I just need 100 from you." I'm like, "All right, I could get it done by the night." And like that's what I did all last night, just fucking making masks. And it was just a need that people like this pandemic came out with.
Yeah,
Everyone needed a mask. I just saw
yeah,
there's like a lot of things on the internet. It's just like yo, people are paying like 15 or 20 bucks for a mask when I'm like selling it for 4 bucks or 5 bucks.
yeah. You're making it cheaper for people and saving people. Like it's just
Yeah.
like it's something that it's not even easy. I don't know if you make it by hand. Do
No,
you make it
yeah,
by
it
hand?
is. It is by hand. Yeah, I buy the materials. I sew it together.
Good shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's like smart too. Like whatever there is, you could if there's something that's limited, you could probably resell like the masks. Everything is limited right now.
yeah,
Supply is limited, so whatever's limited you could resell. But obviously yours is like a good cause. It's
yeah.
not like overpricing shit either.
I mean, but there's still people like I know my mom. She works at a tailoring company. Like they're charging people 10 bucks, and people are like coming in every day. Like the dude's making like $2,000 like a day. And just it's people,
Jeez.
yeah, it's just people at work. They just buy en masse. I'm like, it's like insane to me. But
Yeah.
that's their business. I don't want to like mess them up. But I'm selling it for $4 if you need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you. So let me see. What can I talk about? So the bot thing, the whole bot thing with how it's limited. You remember how I told you it was limited, right?
Yeah.
So this one bot, it was my first time going for this bot. It's called Cyber AIO, and the bot is made by like a 16-year-old at the time. Now he's I think like 18, and it retails for like $300, and it resells for $4,000. Just one key, like one the program is $4,000.
So like the bots are reusable, right? Like
Yeah,
you could sell
but
them
you
to
have
someone
to.
else.
Yeah. I could like if I wanted to, I could resell my bot for 4,000, but I don't want to because obviously it's what makes me money too.
Yeah.
So I don't want to.
Isn't it like kind of dangerous though? Like you have like your credit card information, you have like all your shit there. Like
Some companies there was I think some companies before some botting companies that like scammed a lot of people. Like there's it's just you just got to know which company's legit and stuff. But cyber is pretty like trustworthy,
right.
but it is pretty scary. Like all that could happen because they have a lot of your information once you put everything in there.
Yeah, I was at a Starbucks like the other day, and like I saw a charge on my card for like fucking Fashion Nova men's. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even buy from Fashion Nova for fucking $300. I just went to Starbucks, and I think the dude was swiping my card to like buy his shit. And so
Damn.
I called Bank of America. I'm like, yo, I didn't buy this, and they're like, all right, yeah, just make a file claim and we'll figure it out. And then they figured it out. But like, that was like the craziest shit I've ever been in. I'm like, yo, I didn't spend $400 on Fashion Nova men's.
Yeah, I remember my credit card got. I guess I don't know what happened, but I was at the mall and I was depositing money because there was a Bank of America inside the mall,
Yeah,
and I was depositing money. And but before that, wait, let me go back a little bit. So before that, I was at Foot Locker, and I was just looking around, and then this guy like he had a hat on and everything. He looked kind of suspicious, but he was like asking me, "Oh, you like those shoes and stuff?" Like he was asking me like weird questions. And then I was like, I got out the store, and then I walked like to like the food section, and then I see him again like walk past me, and it's weird like seeing somebody twice because like I
yeah,
don't know
like yeah,
for me like whenever I see somebody like a stranger twice sometimes it's just weird because you usually just see them once.
yeah,
So I seen him, and then I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't think nothing about it. Then I went to go deposit money, and then I don't know how because my mom was right behind me,
yeah,
and like minutes after that, I see a charge for CVS because there was CVS at the mall,
yeah.
and then I see another charge. It was like another store, and it was like a store in like near Thayer. And I called my bank and I was like, "Listen, I got my charge. Like there's like two charges on my card, and I don't know what the hell happened."
Yeah.
And I went to the store that on Thayer, and they said, "Oh yeah, there's this guy that came in with a hat, and he bought stuff like
And you
he
just
bought some things
yeah, and you think it
and
was
used
him.
it." Yeah, and it was him. I know it was him because he supposedly said he does that. Like there's a guy that like does that,
Oh,
and it's
so he's
just
like
crazy because for
known.
credit cards,
Yeah,
yeah, for credit cards you don't even need like you just need a signature, and it could be like any signature.
yeah.
It's just crazy.
People be scamming, dude. People be scamming.
Yep.
Yo, just there's like a trend in like quarantine. Like as soon as the quarantine started, everyone's just cooped in inside. People started live streaming more. People like on Twitch. People are just like even me with this podcast. Like I had an idea for this podcast for a while now, but just didn't have like the energy or like the fucking ambition just to start it. But I already had like the setup from the stream, and all it is just recording, the conversation. But
Yep.
I still don't know where I'm going with this. I like it how it is right now. I like how there's a lot of possibilities what it could be, but I don't want it to be like one thing. It could be anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's because it's like it's chill. You just talk like whatever's on your mind and stuff. It's easy and simple, and that's what people like
Yeah.
nowadays. Just
Yep.
some because I was listening to a little bit of your podcast
Yeah.
with Kaiser, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh shit, that is Kaiser.
Yeah.
And I was just listening to the car, and it was just interesting, like your whole conversations. I didn't listen to the whole thing because I think I just I don't
It,
know what the hell happened, but
it
I
was just
listened to it.
it was just some dumb shit we were talking about. He was fucking high. I mean, we just rambling. It's basically what it is, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got a couple people like they're like, yo, I want to be on. I want to talk to you this and that. I'm excited. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but you know, but yeah,
Y- Yeah, it's smart. Like you never know what the hell could happen. You never know unless you try.
for sure, yeah. And I don't see like there was like I had this problem once, and I went to the doctor, and he was like, "Yo, Chris, if you don't." It was like some fucking weird wisdom shit. He's just like, "Yo, Chris, if you don't have a goal in mind, you'll never know where you're like walking towards." I'm like, "Yeah, that's true, but like, I don't know. For me, it's more about possibilities. Like, I don't want to close my doors towards like something that could have been. You know what I mean? Like, I'm open.
Yeah.
I'm open to anything. Like, maybe today is just like, oh, the people in Rhode Island. You never know. I could be on like the next Joe Rogan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody knows. Like nobody knows at all who the next what the next big thing is, who
Yeah.
the next big person is. It's just random. Like it's just crazy.
So what are you listening to right now? Like, what's on your playlist, or like
On my
what's on
playlist,
yeah,
I usually listen to The Weeknd. I listen to Chef G. So I'm like in my feelings, and then I'm that New York
yeah,
drill shit.
yeah.
It's like random stuff. Like I listen to The Weeknd right now, Nav, Polo G, um, I listen to Drake,
I feel
J.I.
I feel like people flame the shit out of the Nav. Like, I think he's talented. I think he has like I mean like he has a career right now, but it's just like people like I don't know like project their shit like because he's successful like they're not like I don't know like there's no reason to hate on the dude like he's you could not like their music and just not fuck with him, but like fucking making these memes go hard though like on Nav. Like he's one of like the most hated. He's like near fucking Rust and like for no reason too.
Yeah, they. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's like, I like, I don't like. Is this maybe because he's different? Like I don't know. Like he
Yeah,
just like I don't know. He's like the actual. Let me just say, he's just the actual. Like he's just famous, and he's like how he calls himself, like the brown boy.
yeah,
He popped off,
yeah,
and there's nobody else in the industry like that. Like that's that's the brown boy. Like says it.
yeah.
Let me see. What's on your playlist?
I don't know. I'm listening to a lot of Pop Smoke. Always, I love Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke.
Yeah,
Damn, bro. That it's crazy with Pop Smoke. I listened to him for like a while, like when he popped off,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden I was in my group chat and somebody said, "Yo, Pop Smoke died." I was like, "What the fuck?" And
It's crazy, dude. Yeah,
it's so crazy how it just happened so like suddenly in LA too. And now like his investigation isn't even like going forward right now because the whole COVID situation. So,
yeah. It's been real quiet, but
yeah.
yeah.
So there's no like progress in the investigation right now. So hopefully they don't just try to like put it aside and then we just never hear about it again.
Nah,
We actually,
I think, like I guess I don't think law enforcement can like ever stop. I think they're working on it. It's just like they're not just public with it. You know what I mean? Like they're investigating it. Like not maybe like going to house, but they're probably like looking into it. Oh, where was Pop Smoke? What was he doing? Oh, he was on IG Live. He posted his address. Who was in that live? Like
yeah,
yeah, law
supposedly
enforcement.
like people set him up. I don't know if that's true, but
No,
people
yeah,
is
yeah, I heard that theory too. Like he was messing with like this rental company with cars. Like
cars.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, he was driving this foreign from one place to another, and they're like, "Yo, don't take it out of this place." And he was just like, "No, fuck you, suck my dick." And then they felt yeah, they felt a type of way, and like, I mean,
yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy out there in LA, New York, everywhere. Like when people take their shit seriously.
yeah,
I don't know, but
yo, you
if that was the case that it was for a car, bro, that's crazy.
yeah, no, but you should look into Roy Woods right now. I think right now he's like low key, like no one's listening to him, but he's dropping some shit like right now. His new shit is pretty crazy. It's called Them Times. For real, take a listen to
I'm,
it. Yeah, by Roy Woods.
I
Yeah.
I'll listen to it after this.
Um,
Roy Woods.
yo, you think? Well, what's good with 6ix9ine? What do you think is gonna happen? Like, I think he's gonna pop off, but it's just like there's this image where he's just very entertaining to watch. Like
Yeah, I feel like he's not he's entertaining to watch. Like I like to be honest, I feel like his that Gooba video, I think the Gooba is called,
yeah,
that music video, it was pretty good, but then some of the lyrics are like kind of dumb,
yeah,
but
he's
but
just
it just
talking. Yeah, he's just talking. It's just so weird, but like it's catchy and it's just like you wouldn't
because it's
listen.
just
Yeah,
different, like how he screams and shit. But to be honest, I feel like he's probably gonna do some music videos like with big industry people sometimes, but like it's just gonna be just for clout for the other person,
yeah.
so they could get more like publicity. But off of like street things, I feel like
He's
he
like
can't
done.
do that shit
Yeah,
anymore.
he's
He's
done.
done
Yeah,
with the street things. So I feel like with his music video, like there was no guns in that one. There was just colorful. So he's trying to move on to a whole different like image. Like he's just trying to like just not be for the streets anymore. He's just trying to be different now. Like he's trying to change up his image.
yeah.
Somehow he's trying to do it,
I feel
but
like
he's mostly appeals to kids right now, like
yeah.
kids
I
and
think
like a little bit older.
he's just sticking to his like meme lord like troll like persona like just like making like trouble like that's what kids like that it's just like that weird dude with the rainbow hair but like who he is like as a person he was a poor kid that came from like the hood you know and like you could say whatever like that's a hustle like it takes someone to come from nothing to something you know what I mean no matter how you get it I mean
Yeah, cause
you could roast him whatever but at the end of the day he's rich you know what I mean he's
I
got
was
there
watching the No Jumper interview with it was with some of the two guys that he knows, and he said like yeah he was poor, but like I don't know, like from what I got from it, like he faked everything supposedly, like he faked most of it, but like it's just crazy how he faked it, but he made it like I don't
yeah
know, like it's just crazy to be honest, but I feel like he's smart for everything that he does,
yeah
but it's just dangerous the way he does it.
yeah yeah I didn't think he was gonna live to be honest but I mean he's obviously smart enough I mean right now he has protection from like I guess
Like
the
he got
cops
attention from Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, and Scooter Bronx. Like
yeah yeah
that's crazy.
yep I mean, before like he called out Billboard, Nicki Minaj said something about it, and like no one took her seriously. But now when 6ix9ine says it, everyone's just like, "Wait, yo, something's fishy. Why is Ariana Grande number one right now? And you know how'd she sell 60 units in like a day? You know, Nicki Minaj
Yeah,
like yeah, Nicki Minaj said this way back when I don't know when, but like she was like, "Yo, this is not fair. How these rappers like Travis and this and that they're like selling their music with their gear, but like that's the business, that's the hustle. You know, what I mean, they're hot right now, and that's what the kids like.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's because it's just 6ix9ine. Like the world, right? Like right now, everybody had his eyes on him. Like on that live,
Yeah, dude.
2 million people, bro. Like
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
Like who does those numbers on an Instagram live? Like the
yeah,
second most viewed was like almost like 500,000, but like that's nothing. Like he tripled that. Like it's just crazy.
yeah. With Tory Lanez and his quarantine, like that radio show was like amazing. Like for the time being, what just throwing shit together, like just like the people he had on, just like the things he was talking about. Quarantine radio was like for the culture. It was like crazy. Everyone was tuning in, and then we have this versus battle with like old heads going at it with their music. I mean, it's crazy, but like you can't lie that 6ix9ine has people like he has their attention. Like
Yeah, 6ix9ine is just a different. I don't know, like, cause I feel like when let's say who gets out, who's in jail right now, like Bobby.
yeah,
Bobby's in jail, but he's not gonna get that much attention. Like he's gonna get attention, but not that much attention like 6ix9ine did, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah,
Cause right now 6ix9ine got out at like such a perfect time right now. He got out when
yeah,
everybody's home and
yeah,
quarantine. He got out when the internet was kind of boring. Everybody's just bored inside their house, and he just made a music video and that shit popped off. His Instagram live popped off,
yeah,
and it's just entertaining for us to watch since we're just home.
yep. It's like the perfect storm where everything fucking works out for 6ix9ine. Like,
Like nobody would have expected that. Like
yep,
everybody was saying when he gets out, he's not gonna have attention. He's not gonna beat the case, or he did it. Like it's just crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, it was funny. That's crazy how everything worked out for him.
So what games are you playing right now?
I play right now. I mostly play battle royale games like Apex. I play what's it, Warzone. I play a little bit of Valorant, but I'm not good at it at all.
Yeah, like
Um,
I was getting into Warzone, just my computer can't handle it. My laptop
yeah,
is like fried.
I I play on it on my Xbox, but I use a monitor,
Yeah.
so it's pretty good. I want to play on a PC, but I use a PC, but I don't know. I can't get into like it's
Yeah.
hard for me to play games on
Yeah.
PC.
Yep. The aiming, the muscle memory, it's so different from the controller.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can't get used to so far. Like the muscle memory. Like I was playing Osu,
Yeah.
and it just clicks, but like that's crazy. Like how people just go so quick with it
Yeah.
with Osu.
Yo, this quarantine, like the one thing I've been like, I'm like, yo, once this shit is all over, the thing I'm looking forward to, I'm like, I want to like work on my fitness. I'm like, right now, I'm like the heaviest I've ever been. I think I'm like 240 right now. I need to get down to at least 210, 220. But like, I just need to build muscle. Like, I went to fucking Dick's the other day just to get like some weights, sold
Hmm.
out online. And like, if you think about it, I'm not gonna order it online. I'm not gonna have the Amazon guy fucking carry weights. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
his job is hard enough. I'm not gonna have him fucking have weights delivered to my door. Like, and it's just like you can't even order anything these days. It's just like everybody is home. Everybody's on Amazon. It's
yeah.
it's fucking sick.
A lot of shit is sold out. Like cameras are sold out. Um, cameras are sold out. Like fitness things are sold out. In the beginning, like toilet paper was sold out.
Yeah.
Hand sanitizer, I think, is still a little bit sold out. Just a lot of people are just it's just that fear in them. Like it just sells out everything. So they bought fitness stuff. They bought a lot of shit.
Yeah, and most of them are just like stocking up. Like they don't even need that much. They just like stock up just in case, which fucks like
Yeah,
the other people who weren't prepared. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like it just it's just crazy. But some companies took it like a smart way where I guess like they stock, but then they only let elderly people in,
Yeah.
which is yeah. Because in the beginning it was fucked up because elderly people like they're slow,
Yeah.
and and so they can't imagine walking to the aisle while
Yep.
everybody's like running to the whole fucking toilet paper section.
Yep. Yeah.
It's just crazy.
I've been seeing crazy ass videos of like people fighting over shit. Like just like I mean, yesterday I seen some crazy shit on Facebook. It doesn't have to do with like the quarantine or like the shopping, like anything about the shopping with toilet paper, but there was just this dude getting beat up because he was like stealing Zans from like this some chick, and he got like fucked up and like
Oh, I seen that. I see.
yeah,
Wait, no, wait. Stealing? Is it? Is it the?
like this. So basically, they're in a trap house, and like most of them are all high, but
Was
like
it on
this,
Snap?
yeah,
It
and this,
was
and
on Snap, right? Some
yeah,
girl named Hannah.
yeah, and this,
Yeah,
and then the dude was getting beat up because supposedly he stole some shit from her, but he didn't. She was lying, and he got fucked up. Like his face was like
bro, and he kept on punching him too.
and the thing is he's high. Like he doesn't, not to say like he's not in pain, like he doesn't feel it. That's why he's not like he can't fight back. That's why he's like going mad slow. It's because he's high. Like it's fucked up. Like if that kid died, like all of them are going to jail. Like the chick, whoever recorded it, the dude that was beating him up. Like
Bro, like he was in bed and getting beat up. Still,
yeah,
like he was like laying down while he was like blood was everywhere, and
that's the thing.
it
That's the thing about
fucked up.
social. That's the thing about social media. Like us as humans, we always want to see, oh shit, like some shit's happening. We gotta see it. But like, I'd rather not see that thing. You know what I mean? It's just like it's too much. Like I don't know. Like I felt really like bad after like watching that. Like I wish I didn't watch it. Like, but like my eye, like in the corner of my eye, I'm like, yo, what is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's it's crazy, but like it's a good thing and a bad thing because it gained publicity and people, I guess,
I like
made like
aware.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
aware and now they're throwing so much hate at this girl and guy. Like people found out their Facebooks and they're probably gonna go to court to be honest
Yeah.
because it's just crazy how that guy could have got a brain damage or
No,
something.
he's definitely fucked up for life. Like he probably can't see. Like it was bad. I mean,
Yeah,
that's another thing. Like now in like our time and like our age, like clout is like new currency. Like you want clout to make money, to be famous. Like clout is it right now.
bro,
Like
clout is so powerful on everything, like in so many different aspects. Like in Instagram, everybody wants clout. Everybody like for you want clout, which is followers, likes. Everybody just is hungry for that shit. Like,
yeah, that viral moment, like doing some dumb shit, like on like Dr. Phil or something. Like
and it takes just one thing, like to just blow you up and become big. Like, like Fat Boy SSE,
yeah,
like, like with my Big Mac.
yeah,
Like he just became big. Some people know how to use their clout smartly and stay
yeah.
relevant, and some other people just fall off.
I mean, 6ix9ine has been has been relevant for like what, like since he. I think he like I've heard of him since Vine, the Vine days when Vine was an app. Like you just see stupid videos of him, but like he blew up when he started making music with like the Bloods and stuff. And then that Trippy video was like when he blew up. Like, oh, everybody knows who 6ix9ine is.
Yep, it's he he has clout. He knew how to use that shit, and he just took it, bro. He still has clout till this day.
Yeah, it's scary, dude.
Yep, because once you have clout, it's powerful. You could get money because there's probably even though he has a bad reputation right now, there's probably companies that are offering shit from him, like,
Oh yeah,
oh, we'll give you this, and
yeah,
you just post this up,
yeah.
like it's just crazy.
They just want advertising space to sell whatever they gotta sell, and
Yeah, like
all eyes,
companies don't care.
all eyes are on them.
Yeah, like companies don't care as long as they're making money. It's just crazy. Sometimes some companies, obviously it's good reputation shit. They cut off like the sponsors and shit if something happens, but like other companies, they just care for clout and followers. If they have attention, they're good.
Yeah, if their sales are going good, why stop it?
Yep.
When phase 3 happens, like what are you looking forward to? Like when everything is like quote unquote going back to normal, when everything's open, like what are you gonna do?
Man, I want to go to the beach. I want to just have a cookout, like not even a big cookout, just like cookout with my boys and stuff, like
Yeah,
just chill, bro. Like it's just crazy how like it's not normal just looking at people and we can't see their like mouth moving. It's just scary sometimes. Like
yeah,
what kind of world are we living in? Like where everybody has these blue masks mostly,
yeah,
and it's just like just scary, bro. I remember in the beginning when I first went out. I went to CVS and I was like, what the heck? This is so crazy. And it's just scary how everything happened. And we're basically living in a history book right now because this shit's gonna go down as one of the biggest shits that happened
ten
because it
ten
stopped.
years, yeah, 10 years from now we're gonna talk to our kids about this shit. Like, what were you doing? We were just in our houses doing nothing, like watching
Like,
Instagram Live.
like we could make it sound cool and shit. Like yeah,
Yeah,
we were, but like it's just crazy how far this shit got, and it was just all of a sudden like people were taking it as jokes in the beginning,
yep.
like oh I could book a flight so cheap right now, and
To
I
be honest,
remember seeing snaps.
like right now I feel like people are booking flights. Like
Yeah,
my boy in Florida, like there's people in Florida right now. Like everything's open, the beaches are open, and like you can't stop them. And like who's to say like these people are like coming into like big groups? Like let's just say fall comes in and then there's another like outbreak. Then we're all locked down again. But it's just all because kids wanted to go to Florida, have their spring break because they missed their spring break.
yeah,
I mean,
it's crazy because I seen snaps in the beginning, like once this whole shit was like when it was pretty big,
yeah,
and people were just still out in Florida just partying, like, and they all came to like different states, obviously, because
yep,
Florida was the
yeah,
party spot, and then mad people came to Rhode Island too
yep,
after Florida. Like, I'm like, oh my god, this is about to be crazy. It's
yeah.
about to be a whole big wave.
So his like just to get away from like the whole COVID shit. What's like one of like the strongest drugs you've like tried, and like how's your experience was with it?
Well, I only had a couple. Like, I didn't do like no nothing crazy. Like,
Yeah,
probably like edible. That's about it. Like,
yeah.
but
How's that?
For me, I don't know why it didn't hit. So like, I didn't have a crazy experience. I was just chill, laid back, and I was with my boys. I'm not gonna name who it was, but my boys like threw up, and like they threw up. They were in the kitchen and shit,
Yeah.
and they just had a bad time. And then the next day, I had to wake up, pick up my mom from the airport,
Oh
and
shit.
I couldn't even drive. Like I was just, cause I still felt it. I was like, what the fuck? I still feel it.
Like it was like like a hangover, right? Like a feeling thing.
Yeah, that shit sucked. And and then I told my sister she could pick her up because I was so like I couldn't drive, bro. Like I felt like I felt scared
Yeah.
because I felt like the car like was shaking so much, and so I had my sister pick her up because I was too scared to drive. But that was probably the biggest thing. I didn't try like I want to try something strong
Like what do
like
you
I want to try like probably supposedly like shrooms or acid because that's just supposedly like it's crazy what it does to you. I watched like Joe Rogan's podcast and shit,
yeah.
and it's just like they say like it just wakes you like you just try it one time and it just could just change your life and shit.
So to me, cause I've tried both. Like to me,
Mhm.
I'd say acid is more like a smoother, like it's a controllable high. Like you could control yourself. Whereas shrooms, like you it depends on it changes from like person to person. But like I'd say I'm a pretty heavy guy, but like I couldn't like control myself. Like I was like gone off of like not I don't like it was like probably I had like a stamina cap with like some candy, but still it was like not that much, but like still it like I couldn't fucking like control myself. Like I've
Like what
lost.
happened?
I don't know. It was a bad trip to me because I don't know. I was just about like with a bad group of people. Like they just abandoned me. Well, they
Oh
were,
my god.
yeah.
I
They
remember
were
the
hot. Yeah,
first time. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember the first time. Like anything, like your first experience sometimes is bad. It just you got to be around the right people. You got to be
yeah,
in the right like place. Just chill. I remember when like first like smoked.
yeah,
It was at Prospect Park, and I was just there with like four of my boys. Um, my girlfriend at the time didn't know that I was doing that.
yeah,
Also like my mom didn't know, obviously, and it was just like I was kind of stressed. I was kind of scared because like what would they think if they found out? And
yeah,
so I smoked, and then I was just doing it, and I was like, yo, this is not hitting or nothing. Like what the hell?
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom! Like I was like, oh shit! Like now I'm feeling like for me it was like slow motion shit. Like
To be
it
honest,
was just weird.
I feel like you should live your life. I don't think you know. It's good like people that like people care about you and this and that, but like there's things that you need to experience for yourself to say, oh, this is good, this is bad. You know what I mean? You can't have other people define what that is to you. Like you should like go out and like live life. Like if you want to do it. Even
Yeah.
not to say even if it's bad, but like you wouldn't know if it was bad until like you've been there. Like you have to like actually experience it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. It's just during that time, I was just like I didn't want like I guess they would have been fine with it like if I told them, but I just didn't want to tell them because I was too scared to tell them like what they like.
Yeah, their
I was too
reactions,
scared like yeah their reactions,
and they'll
so I didn't tell
yeah,
them.
and they'll judge you and this and that. But like it's your life. You know what I mean? We have a very
Yeah,
short time here, very short.
yeah. You never know when's your last day and shit.
Yep. I mean,
Nobody at all.
my advice is like acid is much more like you can control it. It's like, it's the only thing like that changes. I guess is like your mind feels a little hazy, and then your vision changes. Like it's like distorted a little bit, but it's like a cool like you're not anxious. You're like chill, but like it depends on who you are like as a person. If you like get freaked out easily, I wouldn't suggest psychedelics. But like if you're like looking for like an experience, I think acid is good. Like at moderation. Like I don't take like multiple tabs or like sticks and like fucking lose your mind. But like then again,
Yeah,
you know yourself. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because there's been people like that. Like they go off the deep end. They go crazy and like they just keep chasing a high. Like they want to get higher. You know what I mean? And like they
yeah.
fucking
Just
their brains are just fucking mashed potatoes. They're like
it's fried.
yeah.
How about shrooms? How is that for you?
I wouldn't suggest it at all to like anybody like new. It's an experience, but then again, like you need a group of people that you trust, that that'll take care of you because it's you basically you're not yourself. You're like someone. You're like yourself is like somewhere else, and like your body is like not. You're not in control of it. It's like a body. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how like that shit happens and like it's just like how the fuck does that work? It's all in like
It's
your
it's
body and
it's
shit.
it's your mind, dude. It's in your head, and
Like
that's
there's
like
so much shit that you
yeah,
could like could happen. Like you could do it probably like that we haven't even found out like with our bodies and shit. Like it's just crazy.
yeah, for sure. I mean, is there anything you want to talk about? We're at like 45 minutes right now.
Um, let me see. Let me see. So let me see. I'm gonna start off with the story of how I got into reselling. I
Okay.
kind of told a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
So basically, I people were like telling me like talking about Jordans and shit, Jordan ones, Jordan twos, and I was in the point was it was like freshman year, and I was at the point where I wanted to kind of fit in like with that kind of thing, like with shoes, because I was like the thing back then,
yeah,
and I didn't have like nice shoes like at all. Like I had like some beat up like shoes, like some flights or whatever. Like I'm not dissing nobody that wears flights, but like it just wasn't the thing,
yeah.
and so I got into the research, like I said, and then I bought my first pair of shoes, and it was what was it? It was some Jordans, but I forgot which one it was. It was a couple of years back, and it was pretty limited that I got it by luck, and I put it on eBay, and because I didn't have the money at first, I told my mom I was like, Mom, let me borrow this money, and I'll pay you back, and I'll pay you back no matter what. Like she didn't believe me and stuff.
Yeah.
I put it on eBay. I put it on bids. So people were placing bids. It was like at like 100, 200, 300, 400, and I was like, "Oh shit, like what the fuck, this shit's getting real." And at the last couple minutes like it reached like probably like 800, 900, and mind you I put like 300 into the shoe.
Yeah.
And so my mom couldn't believe it either. She didn't think I was going to get no like the money and shit.
Yeah.
And so I got the money. I paid my mom back. I got the profit, and from there I was just buying shoes, and I was just buying shoes locally and shit because I didn't know nothing about bots back then. I didn't get that far. I was just into like which Jordans, which what resells, what's dropping,
So
and
from like that point, your mom was like, "Yo, he knows what he's
yeah,
doing."
yeah. Like she from that point, like that's when she like trusted me. Like that's when she was like, oh okay, you got something here, because she didn't think that selling shoes would resell like that and shit.
What does she think about it like today? Like, oh, now you got to pay your own bills, this and that, right?
Yeah, like she sees me as more independent now. Like she knows that I'm getting money from shoes. She knows like whenever she has to like if she wants to if I tell her mom, let me get like $2,000, which is crazy kinda.
Yeah.
Let me get $2,000, let me borrow it for like a day or two and I'll pay you back. She's like, okay, here, because she knows that no matter what I'm doing, I'm gonna still pay her back and it's just an investment that I'm doing and stuff like that. And it's just crazy how far I got into this shit where I guess my mom now she trusts me and shit.
Yeah.
Um, but I didn't know that much about bots in the beginning. Then I got into Facebook. Then Facebook is what really helped me out like a lot. I started getting into groups and shit, adding a lot of people, asking a lot of questions. Um, then I got added to this group. It was just a couple people and one of my boys, Moses, he was like, "Yo, you know about this bot?" And I was like, "No, what is it?" Like, it's called Cyber, and it just goes for a lot. And then I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And at the time, I didn't have no bots for like nothing. I didn't have no autofill, no nothing. And I had that one bot that didn't go for that much, that just retail that could anybody could get. But I didn't have like a good bot, and so I got on Twitter. I followed that Cyber AIO person, and they dropped copies on this certain day, and I was like, okay, whatever. Let's see if I could get it. I got it, and then I was like, oh shit, I have like a bot now, like an actual good bot. And from there, I just started getting more into it. Then after that, getting a bot, I had to learn so much more other shit,
And just
like I
flip,
said, like proxies, servers, and
and you just
shit.
started
Yeah.
flipping shit from that point on, right?
Yeah, I started flipping shit, and then I got into a group on Discord. It's called AM Notified, and it costs like $60 a month to get
Sheesh.
in. But but they help out a lot. Like they have monitors that monitors like Foot sites, Shopify sites, Supreme. So like whenever there's a restock on
Yeah.
something, we see it. Like we see it. And there's other bots that do the same. There's other discords that do the same thing. But AM Notified I think is like the number one right now.
Yeah.
Like they have like shit so like it's set up so good on Discord. Like there's nothing like you get can't get confused about. Like there's tabs on like the chunky donkeys that came out, the raffles that are live and shit that we could enter, bots that are dropping, anything that resells. So it's so much easier now because I don't got to do the work.
Yeah.
They're basically doing the work for me, but I got to pay $60 a month,
Yeah.
which isn't bad at all because it's just an investment and they just give you the information that you need and you do what you want with it. So it's just so helpful. That's how I got into like a lot of shit, into bots, into like you could rent out bots too. Like if you wanted to, you could rent out a bot for a certain drop, and it'll cost you like $20, $30 depending on the bot.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool. I
So
didn't.
so from like
Yep.
now until like I guess the future, like where do you see yourself? Like I know you made like an Instagram page, like, and we're almost like at my like hour mark where I just want to like cut it off because it's getting really good. It is. But like
Yep.
I like this hour, because people will like, oh, who is this guy he's been talking to? Like I want them to know who you are and like look for you. So I
Yep.
know you got an Instagram, the new Instagram page. So what is it like? What's the
All
future
right.
looking like?
So my Instagram right now that I sell stuff on, I just started like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. It's called souls.ri. So just Rhode Island. So souls.ri. And it's on Instagram. Basically I wanted to start up an Instagram page because I mostly have sneakerheads and people that buy and sell on Facebook, but not as much on Instagram. So I wanted to like expand my horizons and stuff because I feel like I kind of started late with Instagram, but
Yeah.
it's never too late. So that's what I want to do. But in the future, what I see myself doing, it's scary because I do not know what I want to do.
Yeah, no, but like you're everywhere. You got like everything, right? You got everything going for you. You got like a side hustle. You're going at this, you're going at
Yeah,
that. Like you're spread thin, right? But like,
yeah,
what's
like
what's the focus? Like, what are you passionate about? Like, what do you like? What does Brian want? You know what I mean?
uh, um, I wanna. I know I haven't like I kind of got into it, but I haven't like finished it since I like flipping shoes and shit and all that. I wanna flip houses.
Oh,
Like I wanna get into real estate, which I kind of got into it already. I took classes. I took classes of real estate while we were doing classes of dealing,
yeah,
and at the same time. But I want to do it again because I wasn't that much focused on real estate at that time because we were doing the whole casino thing
yep.
and I kind of lost track of all that and what I learned. But I want to flip houses and shit. Like I want to. That's really interesting, and that's where it's where the money's at right now.
Yeah,
Cause
facts. Everyone's selling. Everyone's not sure what's going on. Whoever has like 3 or 4 properties, they're selling it. For a good price too, because everyone basically everything's on sale because they don't know what the future's looking like. So if you got like capital, you have your own like savings up. Look at properties. I know people are like selling right now like crazy, but
yeah,
yeah, that's
and
that's crazy.
yeah, it's crazy, and it's not that bad to get into. It's like probably like $300 to like take online classes, and then you got to take the exam, the state exam. There's two different parts of an exam. It's like the state and then the like nationwide thing and it's like $70. And if you pass, you get your real estate license. It's pretty easy, to be honest. Like, you don't have to have a degree or anything,
Right.
but if you do
It's
it, you
the
could just
the
get
hardest
into it.
part is having like your own money, right? To like start buying shit, right? Like having
Yeah,
like a savings.
yeah. You could also get into first. You could start off in a brokerage, so like you could work under somebody, and you just
Okay,
give
okay.
them a percentage of like whatever you make, and then obviously that's my plan. Like I if I do that, I'm gonna start off with somebody
Yeah.
learn as the most I can, like I did with sneakers, like ask questions, and everything, learn the basics, and then just get into everything else. And once I'm good, I'm gonna just go on my own and try to do it on my own, and then start my own one, and basically hire people under me.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. It's a
Yeah,
dream. Go after it. Anything's possible, dude.
yeah, anything's possible. You never know what could happen until you try it.
Exactly, dude. All right, I'm gonna probably call it right here. Um,
All
I
right.
think I figured out a name for my podcast. I think I'm gonna call it "Chaos is a Ladder." I don't know if it's a podcast or like a talk show or radio, but I like that name. I hope it
Yeah,
sticks.
so the ladder. That's nice.
Yeah, if
Smart.
I mean if it changes, it changes, whatever. But this is what I'm gonna call it just for now. But yeah.